Calling the case of People versus Mason Gilbert, it's SWF 0011. We are here this afternoon for a sentencing in the matter. Mr. Gilbert has previously pled guilty in this matter to 2 counts of vehicular manslaughter with gross negligence while impaired in the influence of alcohol, as well as 4 counts of driving under the influence of alcohol and causing injury. We are here today for sentencing. Mr. Powell, if you'd like to go forward first.
Place yourself in the driver's seat of a car. You're driving down the road with a group of your best friends. The music is blasting on the radio and you don't have a care in the world. That perfect moment. But you have 2 problems. First, you and your friends are late to school. And second, you're drunk. That sense of euphoria you feel is an illusion, just as is your sense of judgment and control. This is what Mason Gilbert was feeling on the morning of May 20th, 2010. His judgment was impaired, but he wasn't the one who suffered for it. Before getting arrested, Mason Gilbert slammed into another vehicle.
Six injured in this one. We got one outside over here. The driver of the vehicle is over there with my partner. Okay.
'em. Which way are you going to swing her?
Head first.
Okay.
Stand just like this. Your right foot and your left foot, heel to toe, so your arms down your side. Right foot, forward, left foot, heel to toe. Very good.
Who wants to slow down? She's got head injury, glass What's your name? Jennifer. How do you feel right now, Jennifer?
My head hurts and my leg hurts.
Your head hurts and your leg hurts? Take in some deep breaths for me, okay? Okay, one more. Okay, it's gonna hurt a lot, but I need you to hold still for me, okay?
Yes, I'm Olga Miss. This is Jaime. Jaime Rivera. This is Dad.
Hey, do you folks could have a seat for me? The reason why I had you folks come down is Joseph was involved in a bad traffic accident today, and I want to introduce you to Bonnie, who's one of our CHIP volunteers, and then also the chaplain, Rick Mosa.
Hi. It's me.
Chuck Mosa, and I'm really sorry that I have some bad news that your son is deceased at this time. So sorry.
Can you move this foot at all for me? On the, can you tell which foot I'm touching?
Are you touching it?
Okay. How about, can you feel this now? Now, okay. Okay, let's move up a little further. Can you feel me touching you?
No.
Okay, how about now? Can you feel me touching you?
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
Okay, patient has sensory deficit hemi down from the hips. Patient is unresponsive. We see a large laceration at the front forehead. Let's go ahead and start this gentleman with some mannitol. And let me see the CT results.
Units of blood, 2 units of 0.9 normal saline.
Still asystole, right?
Asystole, we've done 3 epinephrines.
He's already had all the blood that we've
He's
got.
had all the blood we've had. He's got, he's had 2 units of blood, 2 liters of normal saline.
Okay, let's stop. We can hold bagging.
Do you want to pronounce the patient?
Yeah, still GCS3, everything. No pulses. Okay, let's stop. 10:37.
Patient is pronounced dead at 10:37.
All right, I'm going to take off your handcuffs. You're going to place your hands in that black square and don't move unless told to stand. Yes.
Your son Chase was in a serious accident. He and a number of other friends that he was with collided, and your son passed away.
Mom, it's Mason. Yeah, Mom, I got in an accident. I had a couple drinks before school, and I thought I was fine to drive, and I wasn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mom.
Lauren Hughes, Bobby Arband, Chase Holmes, dead. Lauren Hughes was a high school senior, getting ready to graduate in a few short weeks. She was a track star with a scholarship to Portland State University. She was a twin sister. She was a daughter. She is now dead. Bobby Arban was Great Oak High School's athletic director, a leader and role model to countless young athletes at Great Oak. He was also a husband and a father to 5-year-old Leah, 2-year-old Anna, and newborn Jacqueline Rose. He is now dead as well. Chase Holmes was a young man who was loved by many. He had a promising future in medicine, but now, instead of helping others to heal, he lies dead in his grave. Equally as cruel was the fate inflicted upon LeBradford Franklin. He was a basketball superstar with a full-ride scholarship to San Diego State University, a leader and an outstanding player. He is now paralyzed, brutally stripped of his very bright future. All of this death, all of this suffering, for what? So Mason Gilbert and his friends can make that day a little more interesting by attending school drunk? Place yourself in the position of Mrs. Arban a few years down the road. Imagine having to take your young daughter, Jacqueline Rose, sit her down on your knee while she cries, and explain to her why she's the only child in the class without a father. Do this, and the people are confident that you'll find Mason Gilbert deserving of the maximum sentence for driving under the influence of alcohol and vehicular manslaughter. Thank you.
Your Honor, one mistake must not dictate the entire course of Mason's future. Never before has he behaved in such a reckless manner, and if given the opportunity to redeem himself, never again will he behave in such a manner. Mason still has his entire life ahead of him. He hopes to someday become a cop, as he is incredibly passionate about law enforcement. There's no doubt that the future appears to be very bright for Mason. Mason is not sitting here today asking to be released without punishment. He knows that he must serve jail time and is willing to accept whatever other punishment this court deems fit. However, I ask that you grant leniency to my client for his actions on the morning of May 20th. Thank you.
Thank you, counsel. There is no joy this day in this courtroom. Nothing this court does today will bring back the lives of the 2 innocent victims who died. Nothing will heal the legs or the spinal column of the victim who was paralyzed today. Nothing will bring back these defendants to make them whole. Nothing that I do to this defendant today will change these families who have been impacted so dramatically by his decision to drink and drive. His attorney made an interesting comment where she said, before you make a decision to devastate his life today, consider his past. The reality is that Mr. Gilbert made the decision to devastate his life many months ago. It is his decision, and his decision alone, which has devastated his life. His intense desire to be a law enforcement officer, his dream to be a cop, is over. He will never be a police officer. He will never be accepted into any type of police academy. His dream to carry a badge and be a law enforcement officer is dead. He does not, as opposed to Ms. Tang's statement, he does not have a bright future. Because of his decisions in this case, he will spend time in prison, and it will be a considerable amount of time in prison. And even though he is 17 years old, he will spend some time in youth authority, and then he will be transferred to an adult prison to serve out the remaining time of the prison. I have considered the factors in mitigation versus the factors in aggravation, and I do find this to be an aggravated case in light of the defendant's actions, his blood alcohol level, and the serious impact to the victims and the victims' lives in this case. Therefore, I have decided to impose the upper term, the maximum term in this case, on count 1 of 10 years. Furthermore, the defendant will serve an additional 2 years for the second victim in this case who died. And then for each additional victim, I'm going to impose 8 months consecutive sentencing in state prison for additional 2 years, 8 months. Mr. Gilbert, at least 14 years from now, you will be able to spend time, possibly with your family, at Christmas time. That is something that you have denied to your victims in this case. They will never be able to spend time with their families again. And that's something that I hope you think about as you spend the next 14 years in state prison. Those are the orders of the court. Calling the case of People versus Mason Gilbert, it's SWF 0011. We are here this afternoon for a sentencing in the matter. Mr. Gilbert has previously pled guilty in this matter to 2 counts of vehicular manslaughter with gross negligence while impaired in the influence of alcohol, as well as 4 counts of driving under the influence of alcohol and causing injury. We are here today for sentencing. Mr. Powell, if you'd like to go forward first.
Place yourself in the driver's seat of a car. You're driving down the road with a group of your best friends. The music is blasting on the radio and you don't have a care in the world. That perfect moment. But you have 2 problems. First, you and your friends are late to school. And second, you're drunk. That sense of euphoria you feel is an illusion, just as is your sense of judgment and control. This is what Mason Gilbert was feeling on the morning of May 20th, 2010. His judgment was impaired, but he wasn't the one who suffered for it. Before getting arrested, Mason Gilbert slammed into another vehicle.
Injured in this one. We got one outside over here. The driver of the vehicle is over there with my partner.